Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Sal Mahajan. So in today's video, we're going to be having a discussion and a demo related to how can you deploy the various different types of EC2 instances, that is on-demand, spot instances, reserve instances, and dedicated hosts. So before diving into this demo, if you guys do like my content, please make sure to subscribe. You guys subscribing motivates me to create more and awesome content. So now let's dive right into the video. So as you guys can see, I am in the EC2 console. This is the EC2 dashboard. So there are many different instance types that we can deploy as we discussed. That is, you have on demand, you have spot instances, you have reserved instances, you have dedicated hosts. So we're going to be looking into each one of them. Now, if you guys want to deploy a very basic, that is an on-demand instances, you can straight away from your EC2 dashboard, you can click on launch instance. Once you click on launch instance, you will be opened up with an launch and instance page or configuration page. This is related to your on-demand instances. Now, if you guys want to know how to create an on-demand instance, I have linked the video up in the iBox. You guys can go and view that video out. It will give you the step-by-step instruction on how to create an on-demand instance. So let's go back to our EC2 dashboard. Now we saw how can we create an on-demand instance. Now let's look at how can we create a spot instance. So on the left-hand side panel, you can see that we are having multiple tabs, and one of the tab entrusts us that is spot requests. Let's go over to spot requests. Here is where you can create spot instances. You simply go ahead and click on request spot instance and you fill all of the related details out. Now, if you guys want to know how to create a spot instance and what are the various different fields that you need to fill out while you're creating a spot instance, I have linked that video up in the iBox so you guys can go and check it out. Now, coming on to the other type, we're going to come back to our EC2 dashboard and we're going to move on to reserved instances. As you can see on the left-hand panel, reserved instances. We're going to go ahead and click on reserved instances and let's click on purchase reserved instances. Now, when you click on that, you get a pop-up saying to choose various different options. So you can choose your platform. Do you want a Linux, Unix, you want Windows, or what do you want? Let's take for this use case, I'm going to stick with Linux. What is your tenancy? You want a default or you want dedicated? I want default. Do you want any offering class? Like, do you want to go with a convertible class or you want to go with the standard class? I'm fine with anything for this specified use case. And finally, what do you want your instance type to be? Again, this instance type relates to what's the compute power that you require. That's the number of cores and the number of GB of RAM that you require for your instance. I'm going to go with the default, that is the T3 micro. And this is the most important when it comes to reserved instances. That is, what is the term of your reservation? Do you want it between 1 to 12 months or do you want it from 12 to 36 months? So this basically relates to 1 to 3 years of reserving. Let's take I want for 1 to 12 months. And what's your payment option? Do you want to make all your payment upfront? Do you want to make a partial payment upfront or do you want to make no payment upfront? I would say any payment sounds good. And then we can go ahead and click on search. Now, the moment when you click on search, AWS will show you the various different options that you have available. It will show you your term, that is 12 months, that's 1 year. It will show you your effective rate, your upfront cost. What is the upfront cost that you need to pay? What would your hourly rate be? And what's the payment option? Is it all upfront, no upfront, or partial upfront? Your offering classes and quantity available. Now, this quantity available relates to the number of instances that you guys require. So it's saying that there are unlimited instances that you can create. So you can go ahead and choose whatever option you have. You can click on add to cart and it will show you that your cart, one reserved instance, your total due right now is $53 and your average monthly cost would be $0. Again, I don't require a reserved instance. So I'm going to go ahead and click on cancel. And then we're going to come on to the last type of instance that you can create, which is called dedicated hosts. Again, this is the most expensive option out there for creating an EC2 instance. So we're going to go on the top right and we're going to click on allocate dedicated host. You can provide a name tag to your dedicated host. So I'm going to give like maybe, test dedicated host. You can choose your instance family. What type of instance family do you want? Again, as I am not creating this instance, it does not matter, but I'm going to go with the T3 family because, that's something that, we always use. You can choose your availability zones that over you have. I'm going to go, I'm going to choose a random availability zone that's the US East 1A. Do you have any outpost ARN? Again, we haven't spoken about outposts right now, so we are going to leave this. Again, this is optional. Then I'm going to leave my instance auto replacement as off. Do you want to enable host recovery? In most cases, you would say yes, and then host maintenance. So of course, you want maintenance to take place, so you leave that as enabled. And the number of dedicated hosts you would like to purchase. Now, again, you will be billed per dedicated host and not per instance. So this is a dedicated host does not mean that you are creating an instance. Okay. So I'm just saying I want one. If there are any CLI commands that you guys would like to run, you can do that over here. And finally, if you want to create any tags. Once all these settings are in place, you can go ahead and click on allocate. Again, I don't want to click on allocate as I do not require any dedicated host. So guys, these are the ways how you can create various different instance type, that is on demand, spot instances, reserved instances, and finally the most expensive option that we have out there, dedicated hosts. So I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, and do comment if there are any other topics that you guys would like me to cover. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. See ya. Take care. Bye bye.